He gave me a bib apron, and then he took a piece of butcher's twine, and the butcher's twine he tied to his apron, and he tied to mine. Now, wherever I go, you go. And about 1.5 feet of twine was all that separated us. It allowed us a little bit of movement together, but at the same time, I was close enough to see what he was doing, ask the questions that I wanted to ask, and give him the respect that he required and deserved.
Welcome to Chronicles of a Chef. This is the story of Chef John. What an amazing story about Mario and yourself. Did he actually tie a string with his apron to your apron?
Yeah, it was just like, I'm going to tie this to you now so that you don't go and you don't run away. I want you to learn, I want you to develop, I want you to be part of this team. Surprising, but at the same time, such a rewarding experience. I went to work at one of the big hotels in the local village, and I walked through the door and was welcomed by this colossus of a man, 6 foot plus, Greek Cypriot, loud, brash, but everything that you would look up to, and he was in awe. I really did. I fell very much respectfully with Mario right from the very start. I was Mario's
Shadow.
pupil. Yeah, technically speaking, yes.
Yeah.
And everything that he did, I studied, and enjoyed. And when he had the time to say to me, there you go, there's something to practice on, I used to get a small vegetable knife and just learn my skills right from the very bottom up.
But was being a chef all you ever dreamt of, or was there any other kind of hobby that you had, or any game that you wanted to play?
I mean, like most boys, I wanted to be a professional footballer. I was lucky and continue to feel lucky that I represented my country at schoolboy level for 4 internationals. I had a fantastic time, but realised very quickly that I still needed to have something to fall back on. And without falling back on it, food became my livelihood. I was still allowed to play football. Even when I went to work with Mario on a Saturday and a Sunday, I would start work at 7, I'd finish at 1, I'd go play football between 1 and 5, and I'd be back in the kitchens for 6 p.m. for night service.
So it was the best of both worlds. You got to learn how to be a chef, and you continued with the passion on football as well.
Yeah, and I was lucky, it really was. From there on, it just sort of triggered, I suppose, an emotional roller coaster through the fact that I could go on a Saturday and feel part of a team, and still be part of a team in the afternoon when I went to play football, and still return to be part of a team when it came to service in the evening.
Any learnings that you can share that you had from this particular job?
I think we've all got learnings, we've
I'm
all
sure.
got many stories to tell. I think one of the never forgetful ones is, I remember Mario letting the string go one day and taking me to the back end of the kitchen, and in front of me was a massive shiny black bucket which was half full of water, 3 25-kilo bags of potatoes, a chair, and a small knife.
Sounds very familiar.
And he said to me, on you go. And I sat on the chair, opened the bag, and I hand peeled these potatoes, putting them into the bucket. There was probably more waste from the skin perspective than there was potato in the bucket. And it took me hours to do. And I never saw him, I never spoke to him, I never communicated with anybody. I was left on my own. And a couple of hours later, he comes back, and I stand up and I say, Chef, I'm finished. And he comes and he gives me a cuddle and he says to me, this is your first learning. He says, the pail with the water is for the potatoes. The knife is to open the bag. The chair is for you to stand on because you're still not tall enough. And the machine that is directly behind you, you pour the potatoes in to rumble the potatoes and take the skin off. And it was probably one of the few times that I was lost for words, but at the same time, happy that he pointed it out.
So that was your first lesson, that you need to ask the question.
You've got to ask
before
questions.
You start working.
If you don't ask, you don't learn. And it's second nature to a chef. We're all inquisitive. We're all very, very trusting, loyal people. But at the same time, we want to experience as much as we possibly can with the people that we trust. And by asking questions, you trust the people to give you the right answers. And from those right answers, you develop into an even stronger person and an even stronger chef.
When we were actually working in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You know, long time back, when we were not chefs, we were actually cooks. We were
Long time.
And there was a lot of processing that we had to do in the kitchens. A lot of production that happened inside the kitchens, you know. Whereas today's modern day chef has a lot of convenience in which they are solution providers. So people who actually provide solutions to the chefs when things get busy, you get a lot of stuff which can be processed and brought into the hotels.
Modern technology, modern companies, less people.
Yeah.
I think it comes down to, obviously, time is a constraint, quality is a constraint, consistency is a constraint that these guys take away for you. They make sure that you've got the quality, they've got the consistency, you find the time. But honestly, personally, I think the personal touch from the butcher who takes the chicken, takes the rib of beef, does it himself, there's no feeling like it. There's no enjoyment like actually stripping that protein down. And I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. The personal stamp of
Yeah,
chef.
the personal touch.
That's missing.
Even today, the changes that we see from a technology point of view, where more and more products are coming in semi-finished. We've got AI now writing menus for us. We've got AI looking at our food costs for us as well. But the one thing that AI doesn't give you is that personal touch. And the chef, he wants to make that his own. He has his own signature, how he finishes the plate, how he finishes the dessert, or how he finishes the starter. It really doesn't matter. It's his own signature, which AI just doesn't give you.
So John, we've had a long career, both of us. We've seen a lot of success stories, including ours. What, in your opinion, are the prerequisites for any budding chef to chart out a very successful career?
I think it starts, with their own attitude, with their own attitude to life, their own attitude to their chosen career. Understanding that it takes time to develop themselves and develop their skill base, to manage the challenges that come through everyday life in the kitchen. If you're on time every day, you're clean, you're obviously looking to enhance yourself with the jobs that are given to you. We will make mistakes. Something may not work, but it will work the next time you try it. And obviously the big thing for a lot of people now is that they want to be an executive chef tomorrow. And unfortunately, it doesn't happen that way in true life. You've got to take on board a lot of things. You've got to manage people, you've got to manage finance, you've got to manage procurement, you've got to manage the team, and manage yourself, because managing yourself shows promise to those around you. And I think that's what it's about. It's about attitude, picking up the skills and enjoying the journey. I've enjoyed mine. I don't think mine or yours is finished by a long way, but I think that we've been really lucky in where we are today and where we've been before. And I think that we'll continue onwards on the journey, and I hope that it's still part together as well.
Included in all the things that you just mentioned, I think consistency is also a very important part.
Oh, without a doubt.
You need to be consistent in everything that you just mentioned. It's not just a one-off.
No.
It has to be a consistent process all the time.
And you can only get consistency through taking time.
Yeah.
You can't rush consistency.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why, as I said, you know, it's about spending a couple of months in every corner of the kitchen, getting to know that kitchen, getting to know who's in control of it, and getting to know which part of it you fit into. You may not want to travel to every part of the kitchen, but if you become a specialist in one part, that will take up your time and that will make you stronger as well as a person, because you'll be defined in that one role as a butcher, a baker, a pastry chef. We've all got skills, and then from there it allows you to become your chef de cuisines, your sous chefs, your executive chefs, your director of culinaries. We've got room for lots of chefs in the world. I hope that there's a lot of people out there that still want to do it and will be successful like you and I.
Now the serious stuff is done. Now we're going to have a fun section where I'll just throw across a few questions to you. There are no right or wrong answers.
Okay.
I think perhaps there's one wrong answer, but that'll only be between you and me and the camera and the audience. On a weekend at home, what is your ideal breakfast? What do you like to cook for the family? That is if your wife lets you anywhere near the stove.
It's just a pure and simple, plain good old English breakfast. Nice bit of grilled tomato, pot of coffee, job done.
What is that meal that lives, I would say, kind of rent-free in your head? It refuses to go away.
Oh, that's simple. It's got to be an Eggs Benedict for me.
Okay, what is that one ingredient which is very underrated and probably needs a better exposure?
I think for me, not everybody likes them. I love a sultana or a raisin, something that can just give you that little bit of natural sweetness to either a cookie, a muffin, or a dessert.
Okay. And what is that one ingredient which could get you into trouble, which in your opinion is very overrated?
I think it's a truffle oil, because there's never any truffle in it, you know, but you've got to use it to enhance certain things. But yeah, truffle oil for me.
Is there any particular snack that you think you'll never ever put on the menu?
Yeah, I wouldn't put it on a menu, but it's probably one of my favourites. I like a deep fried haggis, which is a famous Scottish delicacy, but not out here.
Is there any restaurant in the city that you wouldn't mind queuing up to get into that restaurant?
Yeah, for me, I'm a Rhodes mezzanine fan, and I would go to Rhodes every day of the week if I lived down this part of town.
What is that one UAE street food that is top of the list for you?
Well, give me a falafel every day. Falafel, just to bite size and enjoy.
Amazing. See, different timelines, different choices. If you were not a chef, what would you have been?
I'd be scoring goals for Scotland, mate.
See, to all the young would-be chefs who are watching this show, what is that one bit of advice that you would like to give them?
I think be patient, be humble. Attitude is absolutely key. As we're always told, you know, you can teach skill, but attitude you bring to the table yourself. Don't rush, ask questions, and just enjoy the fact that you've got this huge opportunity in front of you. Being a chef can take you all over the world, but don't rush it.
Thank you. Thank you, Chef.
Welcome.
Let me give you a nice big hug.
Thank you so much. Welcome.